Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another kind of Dokkan video, I guess. This is going to be kind of something a little different. Um, for those of you that don't know, I am an art teacher and I am an artist. And so I do create my own artwork on the side, and I've always been really into anime art and things like that. So I thought it'd be fun just to do a little video here, like an art showcase of some of the more recent art I've been making, and I could kind of talk about it a little bit. But a lot of my art is actually Dragon Ball. So as we go through, I'll show you some of the Dragon Ball artworks I've done, and a lot of them are actually inspired by Dokkan cards. So there's a good Dokkan connect in here, and then I think one of my artworks is there's one Final Fantasy one, so we could call it an Opera Omnia video as well, but not really, right? It's kind of a stretch. So um, this is the more common artwork that I'm doing right now. So and I could do a whole video talking about like my artwork and how I've built up over the years. It's something I do with my students, but I'll just show you guys kind of what I'm working on right now. So watercolor is one of the main mediums I like to use, and so what I do for these artworks is I draw my characters out, and I like to create these kind of defined rectangles, and I do like a salt technique in the background. They get kind of the cool varied colors with the little kind of, I don't know, the little effect where the water like dries out in some places because of the salt. So it kind of just, it almost has this interesting like galaxy effect to it. Um, and if you guys would ever be interested in seeing like a tutorial video on like how I create my art, I potentially could put something like that together. Let me know if you're interested. And then also as I'm going through here, in the comments, if there's, any feedback you have for my art or any questions you have, things like that, feel free to let me know in the comments. So what I do is I sketch the character out in pencil first, and then I kind of tape off the background, and I actually paint the background in first. One of the general rules in art is you typically want to paint from back to front, because you want the objects that are overlapping to be painted last. It makes the artwork look better. It makes it look more like the objects are actually in front, right? Whereas if I had painted the character first and then I do the background and then some of that paint maybe overlaps into the character, it doesn't look as good. So, and we can zoom in a little bit here. So some of you may know this character, some of you maybe not, but this is Amber from Genshin Impact. So this is one of my newer artworks because Genshin Impact's another game I play and I really, really like that as well. And I do, for me, I make art just for fun. For me, I make it because I like it. But I do end up with like a lot of artwork, so I do tend to like sell it at conventions and things like that. And I do make prints that can be sold more cheaply. So if that's something you think you're interested in, you can just let me know in the comments. I'm not like doing this to try to sell my art. I know some people potentially would be interested and might want to know that, so I'm just throwing that out there. But that's not the purposes of the video. I'm just kind of showing it off for fun here, right? So we'll just go through. So I'm going to show you like a whole series of these watercolor ones. They all come from different time periods. I've been doing these for several years now. I want to say maybe 3 to 4 years I've been working on these watercolor style paintings. So some are going to look more detailed, some are going to be a little bit less. Some were kind of earlier on when I was just kind of figuring things out, and some are a lot newer. So that Amber one I just showed was a really new one that has a lot of detail in it. This is Android 21, and I do believe this is from her Dokkan SSR art. I could be wrong about that. What I might do in the video is I might like put up the Dokkan artworks on the side when I go into editing. We'll see. But yeah, I think that one, and I painted this like right when Fighters just came out. I thought Android 21 was a really cool character. I kind of want her to get more cards in Dokkan, or at least like an EZA to her current card. I kind of like how Legends, they did like a little Android 21 celebration, and they had like a free-to-play Zenkai one. Although I went in and attempted to do that, and their Zenkai system's terrible, so we won't go into that. I've complained about that so many times. But if Dokkan did like an EZA and like they could EZA the free-to-play 21, that would be really awesome. This one I actually did as a commission, so Bakugo from My Hero Academia. This is actually the only horizontal one that I've done so far, which is kind of interesting. But pretty much the same technique on every card. I just do different color schemes and things like that. But the salt technique in the background, I like having the characters jump out of the rectangles. You may have even just noticed on my channel art, I kind of try to do that a little bit in my channel art, just because, I don't know, to create a theme and like to kind of go with my art style that I like doing my regular art. This one's actually probably one of my favorites. So this is Black Star from Soul Eater. This image I actually got autographed by Brittany Karbowski, who does the voice of Black Star. So I have the original hanging, but I do have prints made of this as well that obviously don't have her autograph on it. But yeah, this one I thought turned out really good. This one was awesome. And this one's based off of one of the manga covers. So, and just so you guys know, like I know the art world, like people have different opinions about things. I'm someone who's not afraid to use reference images, so you'll notice a lot of all my art is pretty much based off of like official game art or anime art or things like that. I'm not someone that draw the characters and like sketch them out in unique poses. I just like to use a reference photo. For me, it's more about like getting the nice, like I like finding poses and pre-done things that I like, and then I like just drawing it on and creating the painting from that. So a lot of my art is going to be from like Dokkan cards and like official art and things like that. This Bulma was probably like the third one I'd ever done, but it's still one of the ones that I like the most. And this Bulma is from there's an int SSR Bulma, but it's from her SR art. And this is actually probably my favorite Bulma art out of like any art in Dragon Ball. So I really would love there to be like a really good TUR of Bulma with this art. There is a Super Battle Road like Bulma and Goku where she's kind of like in this art a little bit, but it's a combo card. I would like to see a standalone like really good Bulma with this art because this is like my favorite Bulma art in the whole series. So yeah, I definitely had to do a painting of that one. I've done a couple Attack on Titan ones, so there's an Aaron one. This one here is a little bit of a different style, but these two were both commissions, so they were requested by somebody, so I kind of followed what they wanted me to do. There's a God Goku. I did that around the time of the Broly movie. This one actually is the first ever one that I did in this style, this Gohan, so it's like not as clean or as detailed as some of my other ones. I do like how the background turned out on this one. And then this one I did get autographed by Stephanie Nadolny, who does the voice of Kid Gohan, and she does Kid Goku as well. So I do go to a lot of anime conventions, and one of the things I like to do is get autographs. And so I have been known to get my artwork autographed as a part of that. Just kind of like a really unique thing, that nobody else would have. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. This is from the physical Gotenks art, and I think it's from his No, this might be the TUR, actually. I think that's the TUR art of the physical Gotenks there. This was another commission, so this is Guts from Berserk. That one turned out pretty well. This one's Kid Buu. I think this is physical Kid Buu's SSR. I could be wrong. Once again, like I said, when I go into editing, I might actually put the Dokkan arts up on the side there. We'll see. But yeah, I think that's physical Kid Buu's SSR. This one's LR Majin Vegeta. This was the second one ever that I did, so I did this one after that that first Gohan I showed you there. That one turned out pretty decent. Majin Vegeta and Kid Gohan are probably my two favorite Dragon Ball characters, so they're the ones that I've done like the most artwork of. So I've done like multiple Majin Vegeta arts. I've done multiple Kid Gohan arts, and actually you're going to see another Kid Gohan coming up later. This is from Ninja Scroll. This was another commission. Ninja Scroll isn't like an anime I've super watched or been into, but someone commissioned this one, so I did it for him. All right, here's my, if you're an Opera Omnia person, here's the Final Fantasy one. Terra is my absolute favorite Final Fantasy character. Final Fantasy 6 is my favorite game. So it's kind of hard to find like anime styled pictures because I like to do the anime style. So I found some references and kind of put together this Terra anime style with the Mog on her shoulder. I thought it's kind of cute. So yeah, I really like that one. I've done other Terra artworks as well, but this is my most recent one. This Trunks, I do not believe is from a Dokkan art at all. I think someone had commissioned that he just wanted future Trunks, so I just found like a really nice reference of Trunks in this pose, and I just painted this one. So this one I don't think is from a Dokkan card. That would be a pretty sweet Dokkan card, though. I like that art. This one, actually, the background is just, the salt went crazy on this one. So when I do these backgrounds, I'm not like calculating like exactly where all the colors go. It's just, you do a wet on wet technique. You put the salt in certain areas. I can kind of pick where I want areas to be lighter or darker, but you kind of just let it do what it wants to do, and it can do crazy things. So I really like how that Trunks turned out there. This one's LR Strength Vegito Blue. This guy in Dokkan is really interesting because he's a really unique character in that he came from a legendary summon campaign, or not just, it was a legendary campaign where you could like vote on like what LR you wanted to get for free. And so we voted, and this was the guy that came out of that legendary campaign. And he's the only unit that has been released in that manner. So we don't know if they will ever give him an EZA, or if they'll do, if they would even do like just like a legendary campaign where like you get the medals for like awakening him and stuff like they do with the Prime Battle units. who knows what they'll do with this guy, but he's held up pretty well over time, partially because he is a defensive stacker, which that helps any unit for longevity. And with the same name update, like you could actually run him now with other Vegito Blues, which is really interesting. Not on global yet. People are saying it probably won't be till August on global. After the 6-year anniversary, I was really hoping they would drop it sooner than that, though. Like we got the update. Well, I don't know why they didn't just give it to us. I thought that was kind of stupid, but sometimes you got to wait for the things you like, right? Okay, so that's kind of the first set there, and then I'm just going to show you some other things here. So these are just a couple of other new ones. So this is probably the newest thing that I've made. So I just saw videos online of people doing these like really satisfying artworks with these paint markers, and I had to do a little research, and I found out they're called Posca pens. And so these Posca pens are actually imported from Japan, but they're basically just like really nice opaque paint markers. So I did an entire artwork with the Posca pens instead of watercolor, and I actually like how it turned out. If I were to make another one, I'll probably do something different with the background. Like I might just paint the background in acrylic paint and then do the Posca pen for just the character, because I probably used up like 3/4 of a pen just filling the background. But I thought it turned out kind of cool. So, and this UI Goku, this might be from like the 6-year anniversary. Like it could be like the SSR or TUR art. I don't remember where I got the reference, but if it is, I'll post the Dokkan picture up here. But it could just be a picture of UI Goku. I just wanted to find something interesting that worked, because with Posca pens you can't like mix and make colors. So you're I just bought like a pack of like 15 colors or something like that. So I wanted to find a Dragon Ball image or an anime image that I had all the colors that I would need for it, and this happened to work out, where I had all, and I actually had like a metallic silver that I used on the hair, which in real life you can actually see it like reflect and everything. It's kind of cool. Now this one is probably one of my favorites, and this is a very unique idea. It took me a while to do this one, but I think I definitely want to make more of these. So this is obviously AGL LR Gohan transformed. You may not recognize it because it's very hard to transform with him, and you probably have never seen it. But I like that art, and like this Gohan is probably my favorite character in all of Dragon Ball. So I had this crazy idea. I had a bunch of Shonen Jump magazines, and I happened to have the magazines of when they're going over the Cell Saga. So I actually tore out the pages of the Shonen Jump, and I mounted them onto a large piece of tag board. And this is the scene where Cell and Gohan are doing the Kamehameha at the very end. And then, so I actually mounted the manga pages onto like a tag board. And then I drew and painted an acrylic painting of the Gohan on top of it. And so to me, this is just like really cool and really unique. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody do anything like this for a painting. I know just in general, like with anime art and fan art, a lot of what you see is like a lot of people just do digital art. So I like that I'm still doing a lot of like handmade, hand-painted stuff. I don't feel like you see that as much. When you go to conventions, any of you that have ever gone to anime conventions, like there's tons of booths and everyone's just got digital prints and digital drawings and digital, like that's what like a lot of anime artists do, or like fan art. So I feel like I'm a little unique in that I'm still doing traditional art. And it's not that other people aren't. Like there's still stuff out there for sure. You just don't see it nearly as much as you see the digital stuff. So I'm going to kind of end it with this one, but I thought this one was really cool. I definitely want to do more like this. I just have to decide what I want to do. I have to go through my Shonen Jumps, and like basically I would look and just find panels and say, hey, which character do I want to do based on these panels? So anyways, guys, that was just a short little blurb on my artwork. Hope you like it. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. If you have any questions or want to know about, if you're interested in getting your hands on a print or something, just let me know. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.